Well, joining me now is Rim Turkmani, a Syrian activist from the group Building the Syrian State. Well, what does this tell you about the president's mindset?
He still described the situation as he used in the past. All his opponents are terrorists. They are enemies of the country, not of his regime in particular. And he blames them for all the miseries of the Syrian people, forgetting that it's him who is the president. It's his regime that is in charge of the country. Even if somebody else caused this misery, it's actually his responsibility. However, by his standard, there are big changes in this speech. In a way, he is inching towards a real changes in his stance.
How?
It's the first time that he acknowledges that there is a crisis. He used to say, oh, Syria is fine. It's the first time he talks about solutions, again, acknowledging that there is a crisis. It's the first time he talks about solution with partnership with the other, although in the first part of his speech, he calls the others terrorists and puppets of the West. But he is talking about partnership here.
So do you think that means that the Brahimi effort, the UN effort at trying to get him to talk is making progress? Or that he's just having to acknowledge the reality of what's going on the ground?
I think there is some progress. However, what he is saying lacks credibility. There is a huge problem of credibility with this regime. He is talking about dialogue, about talking with the peaceful opposition. However, to believe him, we need to see all the peaceful activists who are now detained. We're talking about tens of thousands. We need to see them released. We need to see the activists who are outside the country, who were forced to leave, allowed to go back. So
and there's no sign of any of that, is there?
No signs at all whatsoever. There's a huge credibility problem.
Well, so where does that leave you? I mean, he is effectively winning, isn't he? If he's still in power, there's no international pressure on him now, effectively. He can stay there and sit this out for as long as it takes.
It depends how you define the victory. When he is losing control of his country, when he talks in his speech about, he calls for control over the border points, then he's acknowledging that he lost control of these points. He's calling for international forces to play a role, acknowledging that they are actually a big player in this conflict.
But if it's left for them to fight it out, how long do you think it will take for the rebels to win?
I don't think anybody will win this. If it's left to fight, no party will win. It's only Syria that is going to lose.
But there is now no sign of a diplomatic pressure, is there?
No, I think his speech is a sign that the diplomatic pressure is making a difference. However, it's just a small inch towards a change. As I said, we need more international pressure. We need international consensus. We need stronger pressure around him from all sides in the same direction, not more support to the opposition and more support to his regime from other countries. When he realizes that all the international forces are tied together on the one plan, then I think his change is going to be much stronger.
Rim Turkmani, thank you very much.